before. You'll be getting to know them in the future. So let's get things started off with a bang. We're going to go to our ring announcer for our first match of the day.
Our first match will be one fall with a 10-minute time limit. On my left, from Havana, Cuba, weighing in at 225 pounds, the current Pan American champion, El Tigre. El Tigre. His opponent, from Melbourne, Florida, weighing in at 215 pounds, Ted Marshall. Marshall.
Okay, Ted Marshall going up against the Pan American champion, El Tigre, who is just an outstanding wrestler. This guy's got more moves than I think any other wrestler in the business right now. He's very, very fast. Ted Marshall, no slouch himself, going to be going up against El Tigre in our first match of the day. Dan Donovan is our referee, checking everything out, making sure that nobody's hidden something anywhere. They lock up in the middle of the ring. Dan Donovan says, well, let's break it up a little bit. And we have a good clean break. Arm takedown by El Tigre. Going to go into a hammerlock now. Another arm takedown. El Tigre on top of Ted Marshall right now.
El Tigre goes right for that left arm. He's trying to immobilize Ted Marshall's left arm. Amazing. El Tigre is very quick. Another arm drag takedown.
Yeah, I've seen El Tigre make some moves that people his size normally don't do. Because he's a big fella. He weighs about 220, 225, somewhere in that area. But he is fast as breeze lightning. Very fast individual. By the way, this is a 10-minute time limit on this match, so let's wait and see what happens. Ted Marshall in the red trunks, El Tigre in the got the mask on. By the way, I want to say hi to a bunch of people that we received a lot of mail from this week. Jesse Singletary in Frostproof, Florida, sent us a real nice letter, as did William D. Baltz in Frostproof, getting a lot of mail from Frostproof. So we're glad to have you people in Polk County watching us here on i.w.a. Professional Wrestling. Hope you're enjoying it. El Tigre still working on the left arm of Ted Marshall. By the way, we're going to have El Tigre over here to talk with us after this match is over, if he has any wind left in him.
El Tigre obviously has quite a bit of amateur background. He's using some moves out there that are used in college athletics. He's got an immense array of tactics that he's using on Ted Marshall. It's an interesting match.
El Tigre is from Havana, and I am not sure when he came to the United States, but as you know, Fidel Castro over there is big in all sporting events, so I don't know if he got his wrestling start over there in Havana or not, but he's done very well for himself here in the United States. He is the present Pan American champion.
Ted Marshall's got the hammerlock on El Tigre.
The Pan American champion's in trouble at the moment. El Tigre is the fellow down on the bottom. Ted Marshall is the fellow on top of the situation at the moment. By the way, next Saturday night, which is September the 18th, Joe and Dean Malenko want to meet you. Joe and Dean Malenko, along with the Emergency Rescue Patrol, are having a big blowout at 304 West Waters at the VFW Hall in Tampa. That's the 17th and the 18th. For the 18th, next Saturday, you can come out and meet Joe and Dean Malenko. They're going to be there. And some lucky couple is going to win a dinner with Dean Malenko at the Hall of Fame Inn. So if you're a wrestling fan, be at the VFW Hall on Waters next Saturday. Let me see. It does have a time on it. This says fun night for adults only. So next Saturday, be at the VFW Hall from 6 to 11. There's the time, 6 to 11 p.m. Meet Joe and Dean Malenko, and you may be one to win a free dinner with Dean Malenko at the Hall of Fame Inn.
A Mexican arm drag takedown by Ted Marshall. Both of these guys, Jim, are really going at each other, and they're doing a lot of moves that require a lot of strength. And they're going to be pretty tired after this 10 minutes.
Yes, they will. It's a very tiring sport. It's unlike football, basketball, where you get timeouts every now and then. In wrestling, you don't do that. You go from start to finish. There's a semi-front face lock by Ted Marshall, and El Tigre turns that around into a hammerlock that he has on Ted Marshall at the moment.
Tigre seems to know how to get out of just about any hold that was put on him at the moment. Applying pressure to that left arm again of Ted Marshall.
Both of these guys are primarily what you call scientific wrestlers, strictly by the book, so to speak. Here, you see one of them break out and get into the dirty wrestling category, I guess you'd call it. Everything is pretty above board with them, and they're outstanding students of wrestling.
A lot of flashes right down to the earth wrestling between both of them. They both know what they're doing.
Count of 2 on El Tigre. Dan Donovan, the referee, keeping a close eye on everything. Ted Marshall is the fellow on top of the situation at the moment over El Tigre. Again, I want to thank everybody for the cards, letters that we've received. The mail has just been tremendous. Keep it up. We'd love to hear from you. If you want to write to us, write to I.w.a. Wrestling at Post Office Box 260544 in Tampa. And my name is Jim Shiner. If you want to send anything to me, there's the drop kick by El Tigre. Catches Ted Marshall in the upper chest and knocks him flat on the floor. There's a head toss by El Tigre going into a...
Pretty much got a choking hold on Marshall right now. That'll really take the wind out. He's applying pressure with that neck.
Have a great program lined up for you today. Some of the matches. Ted Marshall with the knees into the stomach of El Tigre. Flying toss.
Marshall shows a lot of resilience in being able to come back. Looks like he was in trouble there. He just shook El Tigre right off, and now he's got the cradle.
Down at 1.
El Tigre is having some problems right now.
Yeah, he seems to be a little stunned. By the way, we have a tag team match coming up next for you right after this match. We've got a lot of mail people say, want to see more tag teams. So we have one coming up for you right after this one. It should be a goodie also. The Wrecking Crew will go up against Ted Norris and Don Moore. Don Moore, 1, 2, almost. El Tigre rocked Ted Marshall back and got him for a count of 2. There's another count of 2. On Ted Marshall, El Tigre is working the show right now. Body slam. Look at this. Ted Marshall is the one in control of the situation at the moment.
Looks like El Tigre went in for the pin just a little bit too early on Ted Marshall, and now the tables are turned around.
Ted Marshall has El Tigre all tied up. There's a count of 2, and Tigre gets one shoulder up off the floor. Dan Donovan staying right in the middle of these big guys. Donovan is not a very large person, but he gets right in the middle of them and scraps with them too. But by the way, we have some interesting developments. If you were watching in the last couple of weeks, we had a big brouhaha with Gentleman John and his family. Gentleman John has been put on probation. He has been put on probation by the I.w.a. He is only permitted to go to and from the ring. His family or himself are not permitted to stay by ringside. So, Gentleman John has been put on probation, and he has had a pretty healthy fine levied against him also because of some of the antics he did with Joe and Dean Malenko a few weeks ago. So we'll hopefully be finding out more about that as the program goes on today. We received several letters also from people referring to Gentleman John's little escapade of offering bars of soap to people. Good toss into the ring rope by Ted Marshall on the El Tigre. El Tigre came off the rope, and Marshall caught him with a good play. Up and over. 1, 2. El Tigre kicks out of it. That's about the 4th time Ted Marshall's had a count of 2 on El Tigre. By the way, this is not for the championship. El Tigre is the Pan American champion, but this is not for the championship. But by the way, El Tigre did tell me the other day his title is up for grabs, so he will be accepting challenges from opponents in the future to go for that title.
You know, Jim, at this point, I think El Tigre is probably pretty glad that it is not a championship. I don't be expecting much trouble from Ted Marshall. What do you know about that? Look at this.
Got him tied up with a small package, count of 2 on Ted Marshall. He gets out of it.
Like a long 2 count there.
Let's on. Time has expired. Time limit has expired in this match.